Hello, hope you're doing well. Glad to see things are beginning to loosen up a bit. And welcome to the next bulletin from St Mary's Community Church. If you pass the church in St Kilda Road, you'll see a banner which has, two words on it, but they're written as just one word, try praying. And then it says co.uk. So there's a clue to where you can find out more. But I'm going to tell you more. Try praying. What's it about? Well, a lot of people pray. Probably most people pray at some time, and a lot of people pray regularly. Perhaps you pray when you're desperate or lonely or feeling helpless. This year we've learned a lot about how helpless we really are. In the face of COVID-19, you are helpless. I am helpless. Medical science, it can help a lot, saved a lot of lives, but they haven't yet found a cure or a vaccine. No doubt they will, but it's even more certain that something else will come along. You could say the same for governments. They can issue rules and guidelines which certainly save lives, but they can't make it go away. They can't even make people obey the rules. At different times in our lives, every one of us knows what it is to be helpless. One day in November 1994, I was lying on the ground just outside my house with a smashed leg, broken hand, severe concussion, completely helpless. Not even conscious, but my wife was helpless and desperate beside me. People in the health service used their God-given skills and compassion to put me back together and get me back on my feet again when there was nothing I could have done for myself. People I've loved have died, and I've been helpless. I could go on. Sooner or later, every one of us will be helpless in the face of death. But it's being helpless in life that I'm talking about. When you're helpless, the best thing to do is to admit that you're helpless. Then look for help. Maybe medical, maybe with food and finance, maybe just somebody who will care enough to listen. In the church, we can't help with everything, but if you need somebody to talk to, get in touch. And perhaps you've sensed that there's someone out there who cares, who might listen, and who knows, might even help. Perhaps you've even tried praying. On the banner, it says, try praying. Nothing else. Try praying? Why? Where? How? It isn't that easy. People have said to me, I don't know any prayers. Well, I think you do. Crying help because you can't help yourself. That's a prayer. It isn't that hard. Saying sorry when you're guilty. That's a prayer. Saying thank you when you're grateful. That's a prayer. But still, then what? The banner isn't the only thing. If you come along when the church gates are open, you can pick up a leaflet. You don't even have to come inside the building. There's a little plastic box on the railing outside the door where you can help yourself. And this is what it says in the booklet. I'm just going to read the first few pages to you. You'll see how brief it is. Need help? People have health scares and worry about relationships and the future. People stress about money and suffer from depression. You could find the help you have been missing. Missing something? Even with a full life, we can feel empty and wonder if there is more to life than this. You could begin the adventure of a lifetime. Curious? You don't have to have a problem to pray. Many people simply want to know if there is something that can make sense of life. You could discover new possibilities. The morning of a job interview, the night when a family member is sick, the 5 minutes before an exam. Most people have prayed in moments of desperation. Was someone listening? Was their prayer answered? People find praying helps and have had answers, you can find out if someone does listen and care. Big issue? Do you have a big issue? This is something that you really want God to do something about. Pray about this each day and see what happens. Is there something you're concerned about? Why not pray for them or with them during this week? Prayer is conversation with God. You don't need to use special words or a special voice. You can pray out loud or silently. God knows what you think and is aware of all you do. You can talk to him about anything. And then it goes on to give 7 days. Try praying for 7 days. And it's got guidelines, very brief, to help you try praying for 7 days. You can try it and see what happens. So, pick up a booklet and give it a go.